Shalom. All praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to our elders, the elders of GMS that feed us with truth and that allow us to grow in this faith, man, and to help us grow. We got a lot of things that's going on in the world and in the midst of the camp, man. So I just want to do a real quick report. I'll just let the video play.
These are the weapons that are causing so much controversy. A shipment of S-300 Russian surface-to-air missiles designed to defend against aircraft and cruise missile attacks. Russia says it's merely fulfilling existing weapons contracts.
We believe that these deliveries are a stabilizing factor, and we think that such steps very much restrain some hotheads from an opportunity to transform this conflict into an international conflict with outside forces taking part.
Outside forces, perhaps like Israel, in the event it launches more strikes inside Syria, like this one which targeted military facilities on the outskirts of Damascus earlier this month.
I cannot affirm that things have been expedited. The shipments are not on their way yet, this I can say. I hope they will not leave, and if, God forbid, they reach Syria, we will know what to do.
Russia also took aim at the EU for lifting its arms embargo on the Syrian rebels, saying the move threatens to derail proposed peace talks in Geneva next month.
The European Union, in fact, is pouring more fuel on the fire of this conflict. It's damaging the prospects for convening a conference for political settlement in Syria, in the success of which the EU should have been very interested.
Here in the Russian capital, officials are being very coy about the exact location of the S-300s. It's not clear whether they've left the country for Syria or whether they're still here. Either way, as Europe lifts its ban on supplying arms to the opposition, Russia also appears to be increasing its efforts to influence the course of the war. Need Barker, Al Jazeera, Moscow.
Joining us now is John Bussey. He is the assistant managing editor and executive business editor for the Wall Street Journal newspaper, which is owned by our parent company. And John, really the same first question to you as with Jonathan, because you talk about Israel making threats about Russian arms shipments to Syria. How did, in your estimation, does that escalate this?
Well, it escalates it because both sides now are talking about funneling ever more sophisticated weapons into a very dangerous spot in the world. And the Europeans and the Americans are looking at this and saying, okay, well, how do we get some kind of advantage for the rebels that we like as opposed to the rebels that we don't like? Remember, there are Islamist extremists who have funneled into Syria who are fighting Assad. These are people that the Europeans and Americans do not...
Real quick, this is a quick scripture to show you, man. All you people that, people in the know, brothers in the know should know all this is the Most High moving for us, man. The Most High moved like this for us in a long time. All these other nations, you Edomites, you Caucasians, you Ishmaelites, you Arabs, and on down, Japanese, Chinese, Hawaiian, all you other nations, now is your time of judgment for what has gone past to Israel, what you've done to the Most High, man. This is an exciting time because the Most High is recovering us from the hardship that we've been through all this hundreds of years, thousands of years. Okay, about roughly 1,000 plus years, man. This is Jeremiah 30 and 9, and it says, but they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. Because was not the Negro, Latino, Native American man served captivity in the land of America? The Native Americans served captivity to conquistadors. The Mayans and Aztecs served Cortez, okay, in the mines. Different times we've served captivity in America. This is the land of our captivity. And it says, from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return. So we ain't supposed to be in our lands yet. So those hypocrites that are sitting there with all this brewing up, the Most High is getting ready to destroy them out of that land. It says, Jacob shall return and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Aren't those Israelis afraid in that land? You modern day people should know that that prophecy ain't come to pass yet. It's coming to pass now. That's why Russia's gonna blow that place off the it's gonna be in this war, man. So let's get back into this video. Slovakia. This damn computer. Well, I'll read verse 11. It says, "For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee." How's he gonna make an end of all nations? Through this war. All of them are going down, man. When Yahushua comes back and sits up, all of these other nations are gonna be put down, man. They're not gonna be in power no more. And it says, "End of all nations, whither I have scattered thee, yet I will not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished."
Want to get weapons. So America and France and Britain particularly are saying we want to get Assad to the bargaining table, but we have to give some leverage to the rebels. That means if we signal that there might be more weapons coming to the rebels, that gives them power at the negotiating table. But the reality behind that's really tough, because the Americans and the French and the British are having trouble finding the right rebels to get the more sophisticated weapons to.
How do you get Assad to the bargaining table, John, when he's got the firepower, when he's got the bigger guns? I mean, what is he going to go to the bargaining table for? If he knows that he can outgun the rebels for the next couple of years, why would he say, okay, let's talk about this?
Yeah, and that's the biggest concern to the West, particularly if this air defense system is put into place, which would preclude any kind of no-fly zone creation, or would make it a lot more difficult. And the French are saying, and the Americans too, that, well, one thing that could counterbalance the fact that Assad is using his air force more effectively now against the rebels are shoulder-held anti-aircraft missiles. Well, how do you get those to the right people and make sure that they don't get to Al-Qaeda-linked groups that could use them not just in Syria, but in some other theater as well?
John Bussey with Wall Street Journal. John, good to see you. Thank you, sir.
The burden of Damascus. Behold, Damascus is taken away from...
Alright, let's go on into something else, but I'm going to read this article real quick to back up this report. Man, this computer, okay. It says, Russia to deliver arms to Syria as fears rise of a proxy war. It says, Israel Defense Minister signals that its military is prepared to strike shipment of advanced Russian weapons to Syria. So you're going to strike Russian weapons, man. This war is coming. You people that think, oh, you 14th Street damn tampon, okay? You period having female, okay? And you other people out here that think, man, the Most High is not playing no more. This is the time of judgment, and it's coming, man. The prophecies are coming right in front of your face. The damn devil himself can't hold the prophecies back. Alright? Keep on reading. It says, Russia said on Tuesday that it would supply one of its most advanced anti-aircraft missiles to the Syrian government hours after the EU ended its arms embargo on the country's rebels, rising the prospect of a rapidly escalating proxy war in the region if peace talks fail in Geneva next month. Israel quickly issued a thinly veiled warning that it would bomb the Russian S-30s if they were deployed in Syria. As such a move would bring an advanced guided missile within range of civilians and military planes of Israel airspace. The shipments haven't set out yet, and I hope they won't. Moshe Ya'alon, the Israel defense minister, said. What kind of hypocrisy is that? You're gonna tell Russians ally that you're gonna lift an embargo on the rebels, which are the enemy of Bashar Assad, but you're gonna talk about Russia for sending missiles which are already in a contract. See the hypocrisy in it? The nations are mad. The nations are mad now because they're sipping that drink of Babylon and they're getting mad. What's that? The hypocrisy of it. The double standard. Okay, everybody hates a hypocrite, man, no matter how he looks. Okay, and it says, if they do not, if they do arrive in Syria, God forbid, we'll know what to do. Okay, Russia, the Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Radikov argued that the delivery of the S-300 system had been previously agreed with the Syrian government in Damascus and would be a stabilizing factor that could dissuade some hotheads from entering the conflict. That appeared to be a reference to the UK and France, who pushed through the lifting of the EU embargo on Monday night and are the only European countries currently considering arming the rebel Free Syrian Army (FSA). The move by Moscow, who was criticized by the White House, which said arming the Syrian government did not bring the country closer to the desired political transition that it deserved. Washington welcomed the EU move to suspend its arms embargo. State Department spokesman Patrick Venterell said it was helpful because it sent a message to Assad regime, but the development put Washington in a difficult spot of condemning Russia's arms sales while appearing to condone potential EU arms sales. Ventrell, instead of the U.S. coordinating with its allies, but said it had still not made a decision about whether it should supply weapons to the rebels. U.S. officials declined to comment on whether or not there was any erasure of the EU. Instead, they were still hopeful of the Geneva peace talk. So this thing is brewing. It's at the cuspis. Okay, the Most High is stirring it up. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say all praise to Yahweh by Shimmy Shai. Double honors to elders. Much love to you brothers that come by and get fed, man. Pray and watch. Shalom.